Hey folks, how you all doing? So I'm recording this one at about 5:15 a.m. Friday morning. I'm doing it early because I'm in about an hour and a half, 2 hours. I'm going to be going to hospital. I've got to have a thumb reconstruction on my right thumb. It's called a CMC trapeziectomy. Suspension something or other, but it's basically a thumb reconstruction. So I thought I'd get this in because I don't know when I'm going to be doing a video next. Well, I will be next week sometime, but I thought let's get one more in before I end up going in hospital. So yeah, this one is a rankings video. Australian rock band Hoodoo Gurus. They released 10 studio albums. Their first was in 1984. They're sort of an alt rock band, but they're also a straightforward rock band. For the majority of their career, their songs sort of have a blend of rock, garage rock, blues rock, psychedelic rock, sort of the melodic pop rock of the 1960s sounds, plus all that, also a bit of a jingle jangle Birds type vibe at times. But thrown all together, it gives this band an authentic sound, all of their own, with the unique tone of Dave Faulkner's vocals. It just creates its own little entity within in rock. They've got a sound. When you hear them, you know it's the Hoodoo Gurus. Anyway, so I'm going to rank their 10 studio albums from my least favourite to favourite. So at number 10 on my list, we go to this one, Chariot of the Gods. This was released in 2022, their 10th and latest studio album. It's their first studio album in 12 years. Straightforward rock and roll on here. More mature sound than what they'd had on previous albums or earlier albums. A couple of clunkers overall, but it is quite a lengthy album actually. It's not too bad, just not anywhere near their best, and certainly no foot tapping stereotypical Hoodoo Guru sounds. They got a bit political on this album as well, which I'm not overly keen on. Favourite song is Was I Supposed to Care? This album is it's a passable album. It comes in at 5.8 out of 10. Number 9 on my list, we go to this one. Machschau, Machschau. I don't know how to pronounce it. That's what I'll call it anyway. This was released in 2004. It's their 8th studio album. Has a more Rolling Stones blues rock sound and a bit of an AC/DC sort of blues rock sound as well. I find it slightly underwhelming for the first half because it's not really a Hoodoo Gurus sounding start to the album. They do, however, bring some of their more classic, so-called classic sounds from the halfway mark through to the end, which saves this one for me. Favourite track on here, When You Get to California. This one comes in at 6 out of 10. Number 8 on my list will go to 1996, Blue Cave. It's their 7th studio album. Fairly heavy rockin' album. It's musically it's quite heavy. I'm suspecting they may have been influenced by grunge during this period, because this is the time when grunge really took over around 95, 96. Still sounds like the Hoodoo Gurus due to Dave Faulkner's distinct vocals. There's just nothing overly exciting on this album, but then again there's nothing bad either. Best track for me is Big Deal. This one comes in at 6.5 out of 10. Number 7 on my list, we're going to go to 1994, 6th studio album. This one's entitled Crank. Has all the iconic Guru sounds on here, the psych rock, the 60s pop, the jingle jangle, Birds type sounds. Solid album. But my favourite track on here was actually sung by Brad Shepherd, one of the other guitarists, and not David Faulkner, which is unusual. Brad Shepherd occasionally does a track or two on each album, but as the years have gone on, he seems to do 3, sometimes 4 on an album. But yeah, brilliant song, really good album. So the best song is You Opened My Eyes, which was a single, and this one comes in at 7 out of 10. Number 6 on my list, we go to 1989, Magnum Come Louder, their 4th studio album. Starts off really well, but it drops off slightly in the middle for me, before picking up again towards the end. The tracks are good to very good, with a couple of standouts, but again, nothing bad on here. It's just that it drops off slightly in the middle. Best track is the brilliant Come Anytime. That album comes in at 7 out of 10. Also, number 5 on my list, we go to 2010 for their 9th studio album, Purity of Essence. So after the grungy type sound of Blue Cave, followed by an almost blues rock style album, they returned to their stereotypical sounds here. Love at least half this album. The other half is likable. It's a really solid late career album in my opinion. Best track for me is A Few Home Truths. The album comes in at 7.8 out of 10, which is just below a love mark, which is 8 out of 10. Next up, number 4 on my list, we go all the way back to 1987, Blow Your Cool. This was their 3rd studio album. Some excellent rockers on here, some catchy as hell stuff too, but it lets itself down slightly with a couple of tunes halfway through, just like the other one I mentioned. It just sort of goes nowhere for a couple of tracks. It's nothing wrong with the tracks, it just seems to stagnate. I can't even put my finger on it, but that's just what it does. That's how it feels to me. It sort of spoils the flow of the album because it just stagnates, as I said, and the flow continuity of it. Best track on here for me is the single Good Times. This one comes in at 7.8 out of 10 also. Number 3 on my list, we go to their sophomore album, 1985's Mars Needs Guitars. Solid rock sounds on here, infectious catchy songs that have you tapping your feet. Highly commercial, well polished, well produced follow up to the brilliant debut album. Love almost every track on here and really like the rest. So yeah, favourite track on here, it's a toss up between Bittersweet, Poison Pen and Like Wow Wipeout, but I've decided to go with Like Wow Wipeout. This one comes in at 8.2 out of 10. Next up for me on my list, 2 albums to go. Number 2, we go to 1991, Kinky. It's their 5th studio album. Solid rock album that has all the raw energy of their debut, which is why this one sits at number 2. Well crafted rockers, even the 4 bonus tracks on there is like, this is the deluxe reissue version, as you can see. There's 4 bonus tracks on here. They're as good as anything on the album. It's incredible. Why weren't these released as standalone singles or something back in the day, or put on an EP? I just can't understand, because they're as good as all the album tracks. Brilliant album. Favourite track on here is Brain Scan. This album comes in at 9 out of 10, which leaves the obvious choice for number 1 if you're a Hoodoo Gurus fan, and that's from 1984, the debut album Stone Age Romeos. Alt rock, garage rock, psych rock, glam rock. One of the best kept secrets in Australia, sadly, because the whole world deserves to hear and know this album. Absolute masterclass of a debut album. Phenomenal live act even to this day. Fantastic debut album of guitar driven rock. I could pick one of 8 songs off here to be my standalone track as the best track, but I've actually gone for Tojo. Absolutely brilliant. This album comes in at 9.2 9.3 out of 10, which is absolutely brilliant for a debut. Sadly, they never surpassed this album, but they've, have all those elements on other albums somewhere along the line. Anyway, guys, let me know in the comments section below, what do you think of the Hoodoo Gurus? Have you never heard of them? If so, I urge you to go and look at some of their albums. Probably their first 5 albums are the 5 you really need to listen to. The rest are sort of fans only, in my opinion. But yeah, great live rock band. Go and check them out. Anyway, guys, let me know in the comments section below what you think of the Hoodoo Gurus. There it is. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Give me the thumbs up. And I'll see you around in a few days. I'm heading off to hospital in an hour or so now. So stay safe, take care. All for now. Catch you around, and bye, folks.